to my Uni Raza. I'm Lisa here and your moderator for Next Gen series today's session. So before we're gonna start our session today, I will let every one of us to watch a video and you guys will have an idea what this session going to be. Video please. Well, I have to say that is so incredible video and I think I'm going to shopping right now, I have that kind of vibe right now. So, without any further delay, good morning guys and dear Razakians. I hope all of us in pink of health in this situation right now. And since the video, I already have a question popping up in my mind right now, which is how many of us want to be inspired towards success? Well, definitely, I want to gain more knowledge and be successful. But how about you guys? Maybe you can comment down and we will know how many of us want to be inspired simply by learning from stories and the people who have made it? And since I mentioned about being inspired, and yes, we have a lovely lady with us today who has achieved her dreams and goals and who is also going to be an inspirational to us today. So, and also, dear Razakans, as usual, this is it's already our slogan. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe so that everyone can join our session today. And also, don't forget to press the bell icon to get more notifications. How many of y'all heard about Unplugged and Realm? Unplugged is the first Malaysian sustainable lifestyle brand that offers sustainable and impact driven alternatives. From apparel to home and beauty, every item is sourced with good intentions, ensuring it can directly contribute back to the people and planet, whereby provide us the positive vibes and aura around us. Whereas the RAM is an ethical lifestyle brand dedicated to reintroduce the exquisite fabrics made from all natural fibers through their collections of clothing and home living textiles. Not to forget, all their products are driver sustainable sourcing, highlighting traditional handicraft textiles, natural and sustainable materials such as bamboo, eco-friendly process. So, let me introduce the speaker of today, Nashmia, the founder of Unplugged and also co founder of RAM. Her sister Nadira, who is also the founder of RAM, is supposed to join us today. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it because her husband and father in law, who are now battling with COVID 19. Dear viewers and Razakians, let us all pray that they will recover soon and get back to their normal daily life again. So, let me give a small introduction about this lovely lady with us today. Nashmia is a multidisciplinary designer and trained professionally in applied arts and design. Najmia has passion for spreading arts as a lifestyle. And dear Radhakins, do you know that Najmia is also an enthusiastic in spreading values, a multitasker. And of course, she is the face of Unplugged and also the co-founder of RAM. Najmia, can you say hi to our Razakins and viewers?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me and thanks for the lovely introduction. I'm so excited to share my story with you guys today.
Yay, thank you, Najmia. You know what? We are so excited, to get inspired from you. And thank you very much, Najmia, also for being with us today. Hopefully, we are able to get some inspired and insight from her. So, without any delay, and without I'm not holding any more, let us start now by getting to know more about Najmia. Najmia, can you share with us the creation idea of starting the RAM and then Unplug?
Sure. So, me and my three sisters, actually, this realm started in 2015 with two other sisters. We're really close and we're all creatives. So, we always kind of knew that we wanted to do something together and put our brains together. And we toyed around, this was still while we were working with a corporate job. We were toying with a lot of ideas from fashion, interior design, and it really boiled down to we thought about it and we're like, we can go crazy with being creative, but let's try something in which we can get the feel if we can sell and actually do business. And that's where we really thought of a simple business strategy of trading. So buying something, cutting out the design and production on our end and reselling it in Malaysia. And it started off with one of the handicrafts that I had discovered in Turkey, which is the hand-loomed handicraft of Turkish towels. I fell in love with the product earlier on, and I knew a supplier. I had a contact there, and we just thought about it, and we're like, I think this would really move well here in Malaysia. We're in the tropics. It's multifunctional. Let's test it out and test out promoting and marketing it. And so that's how it really started. And with that, the handloom craft in Turkey and the craft itself, it's very environmental friendly. So we fell in love with the whole value behind that and wanted to kind of make that our main marketing. Not just marketing, but our main purpose in the business was to promote sustainable production and what that means. And back in 2015, no one was really promoting sustainability in retail. You could see it in the food sector or skincare, but nothing in lifestyle. And that was really where the challenge was, and our interest was to tap into lifestyle, go into clothing, textile, and that's how it all started. We started simple and humble, with only like bringing in 50 towels in, and we slowly grew from there. And later on in our journey with Realm, we found that there was a gap in the market. It was really hard for us to penetrate the market within the sustainable segment because no one was doing it, and it was such a niche area and niche target audience. And that's how Unplug was came about. That's Unplug is a platform that promotes multiple conscious, sustainable driven brands. And it was really creating a platform that would focus on that, a marketing platform as well as a retail platform. And Unplug came about in 2019, so they're both separate companies, but very much complementary.
People usually say that Turkey will give us some kind of ideas. I do whenever I watch the dramas. I can get the, oh my god, I really want to go Turkey and buy their items. But then now I think I don't need to go Turkey. I'd rather come and buy it, unplug and ram. It's much more cheaper, and I think more effort. I already have the vibes. And by looking at your footage just now, when they play the videos and then the way you explain, we already can have that vibes within us. Okay, this is how sustainable. It's like really pretty much a positive kind of things. And it's really a hats off to you guys, because not generally everyone able to come up with this platform. When it comes to business, we have to think a lot. Not because sometimes depends on the products. We have our certain limited customers. It's not always going to be profitable. Of course, you guys much more better than me. But then eventually, even it's a risk, but then you sisters pull it off. And now at this stage, oh my god, I'm so proud of y'all. Being a Malaysian and seeing another Malaysian doing like this is really a heads off kind of thing.
Yeah, on that point, like it really is about taking a leap of faith. Some people say risk, but for me, it's a leap of faith. I always knew that as scary it is to face mistakes, it's always gonna lead you somewhere. So in business, even if you start this out and it doesn't work out, you're gonna gain so much out of it. It's gonna take you forward to the next step, whether it's going back to 9 to 5 job or creating a different business. So that was really the mentality I had, was keep going, because every mistake is going to open up another door.
Well, I have to agree with you. Like one thing I always believe, and I just want to connect with this, that in your life there will be a lot of risk. That ultimately going to be any risk. But the thing is, the effort you're gonna put it and the risk you're gonna take it, always make sure you have to think, is it worth it or not? And
Hmm.
now I can say that the risk you and your sisters have put and the effort you have put in, it's totally worth it at this moment of point. And also what you said, no matter how business you're gonna start, it's 9 to 5, or no, it always depends on our individuality preferences. And if you
Yeah.
want to success in the long term, of course you have to put effort in the beginning of the stage until the end. It's okay, they're gonna be downs, of course you have, I think it's okay. I don't want to open everything right now. We go one by one so that the viewers can get a lot of insights. Thank you, Najmia. And also, Najmia, we know that Unplug is a brand, but how do you guys came up with the name Unplug? I always
Mhm.
curious, business entrepreneurs like you all, like, how come
Yeah.
you come up with such a creativity name? Unplug, RAM,
Yeah.
confirm there's some kind of history, right? Can you share with us today, please?
Yeah, sure. Unplug. It was actually it came up with my sister, my other sister Atia, who's part of the business. She was reading a book, and this book was really about um, you know unplugging, from technology, being mindful and conscious and slow living. And it clicked. We were like, oh my God, this is what our platform is about, because we're actually going against the grain of retail, like the standard retail practice now, which is fast fashion, fast production, mass production. And for us, it was promoting a niche market that was driven towards being conscious about impacts, your environmental impacts, social impacts. All of the brands that we host, they're small and independent, and they promote and they take the sustainable path, which is quite unique when we first started. And it's an uncharted path. So we thought that it's reflective of this brand, to unplug, um, and to be conscious, take it slow and really think and be mindful about what you consume.
Well, I think Najmia right now, I think those who are watching a video, especially Lazakians, if ever you come up with any name that gonna click, just make it a brand. Like, like something like Unplugged. It's right now, it's like trending. I hope you guys read a lot of books after this. So they get the idea from reading books. I think you should guys, I have to implement this. I think I'm gonna implement in the future. If I can, I'm gonna come up with my own brand. So, since Unplugged carries like many other brands and products that focuses on lifestyle and sustainability, what makes you contribute to the environment by coming up with RAM? I mean, what's the idea behind RAM? Since we
Yeah.
already know behind Unplugged, so can you like explain or elaborate more about RAM?
Yeah, sure. Realm was all about sourcing sustainably. So we wanted to really make sure that the materials that we bring in is environmentally friendly. So it's 100% non-GMO cotton. And why we worked with Turkey is that in the Aegean region, which is where a part of Turkey, which is rich in textile history, that's where we sourced. I actually went to visit. They don't put any pesticides in their farms, in their cotton farms, to preserve the soil, and that is what makes the cotton so rich and premium. So they're very conscious about the environment, and what it gives back. So yeah, it was all about that. So we went from natural cotton that has no GMOs in there, to bamboo, linen, and also organic cotton, which is certified. So yeah, again, it's going back to educating people as well, the importance of sustainable materials. So again, it goes back to realm, which is spelled real.m, and that stands for real material. To us, real material is something that is truly natural and sustainable.
Honestly, you sisters are so creative, coming up with names, and then the way you all like finding ideas that really contributes in every aspect. Usually, people like coming up, they only contributes to one specific kind of things, but you sisters are like have that guts and have and also have that good intentions that contribute back to the planet and also the people. That's really appreciable. And right now, in this situation, we need this kind of products to to get more better things. And also, Nashma, is it your product? I mean, Unplug and RAM is like literally something like minimalist. Is it like how?
I wouldn't say minimalist. They're just eco alternatives. That's an easier way to put it. Like at Unplug, well, with Realm, it's just textile, home textile, and clothing. But with Unplug, we host a wide variety of products from apparel, home, stationaries, personal care to zero waste products. So it's like a one-stop solution if you want to look for something that's eco friendly, whether it's more on a social impact basis or environmentally friendly source. You go to Unplug, and that was the whole idea.
Well, that's interesting. I think right now people have that kind of differentiates between minimalist and also socio-economically. Okay, Najmia, can you share with us there's like now right now people like thinking okay, RAM and unplug are literally same, but can you have a differentiate between these two that people know like any like standard, okay, this is RAM, this is unplug, any kind of that, any
Right. Yeah,
this.
I think Unplug is more like a marketplace. So it's completely different. The branding experience, as well as brand identity, is very different from Realm. They both fall under sustainability, but Realm is very specific to textile only, and it's got a different messaging within that. So, and Realm is just one brand, whereas Unplug hosts multi brands. We have at the moment over 62 brands, conscious brands that we support.
Oh, thank you so much, Najmi. I think now I have a pretty solid. Of course, Najmia, we have questions from the viewers, and I'm really happy that you will delight to answer them. So, all right, now we have Shafika. Okay, Najmia, did you face any challenge with unplugged business?
Oh yeah, many with all businesses. I think one of the constant challenge, is that are self-funded. So these are our family savings. We didn't have much to start with. And so with that, there's a lot of limitation in being able to grow a team that's required and to just expand as a business. I would say that that's one of the biggest challenge for us.
Thank you, Najmia, for answering the question. And also, dear viewers and Razakins, as usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so our YouTube channel for more updates. And also, don't forget to press the bell icon. You know, right now we know who's the sisters behind Unplug and RAM. Okay, we often hear that we should save the environment and the ecosystem, but now we are experiencing that these wonderful souls, the sisters who are so passionate in creating something through their brands for a good purpose. They're not only thinking about profit, not, but also their main idea to contribute something to the environment. We have to be take this as example in our upcoming business we're gonna do. Small businesses who are doing right now. Try to get this kind of idea. And dear viewers, I have a very, very happy news that Unplug is giving away 10% shopping voucher. And for those who want can use within a month, which is from 5 August to 5 September 2021. The code is NEXTGEN. You all can see in the YouTube down link there. So for as also viewers, you all can come up with many questions, and Najma is here to answer and clear your doubts. So don't hesitate, okay? Oh yes, we have Siti Shazwani. Najmia, what's your opinion on fast fashion? Wow.
I think you know my opinion on fast fashion, with that fact that I'm taking a completely alternative route to that. I think that it's just not sustainable in the long run. There's too many wastage that happens there, and this constant idea of trends, new looks, new season is creating too many harmful effects with the waste. Where does all of these clothes go to at the end of the season? Definitely they are not able to always sell everything off, and you can see what's happening now with the pandemic. A lot of these fast fashion brands are realizing that it's hard. What do they do with its access products? And I think just also there's a lot of problems happening on the production side of things. You hear of child labor. I don't know if you guys have heard of the organization Fashion Revolution. It's basically a platform that educates you on what's happening behind the fast fashion industry, and how we could do to contribute in a positive way towards that. But there's a lot of harm that's happening within continuing that kind of production and consumption habits.
Well, that's true. Actually, I have to agree with you, Najmia. Especially in this pandemic, as what you say, it is happening. So, Najmia, since you mentioned about pandemic, and I also, I wanted to ask about this. During this pandemic, it is quite hard to lead a normal life, especially when you engage in this business. How do you really survive? Like there will be, I think, like literally differences, right? Before the pandemic and after the pandemic. Before the pandemic, you is already like struggling, with business and everything because normal is a part of business, ethics. But now it is already it's like we are in the process of the pandemic. How do you really survive and engage with this kind of business?
Yeah, to be honest, we don't have a heavy cash reserve, so we really suffered hard once shop is closed because that's really where we generate. We do better offline than online, and right now we're slowly building our online. So it really affected us, but um, luckily in this situation we were able to engage with an opportunity to rope in a potential partner. So where that's, I think if this opportunity didn't come about, it would have been very difficult for us to still continue on. And I know a lot of businesses are facing the same thing. Yeah, once your cash flow is closed off with the shop closing, it's definitely difficult to survive.
So right now you're adapting online. So do you face this something a new norm to you, or how is it?
Definitely, I think it requires different kind of skills, and a set of budget as well for you to build and develop online marketing. And so it's taking a bit of time, and we do need capital injection for us to really fully go in that route. Also, with our business, it's very much about, again, unplug. It's very much about the human connection, the experience, touch and feel of the product. So it's difficult for us to translate that fully online, and be able to expect the same kind of response online, because nothing beats the touch and feel of products.
Well, actually, true. Even I'm a person who love to go and shopping. At the store. You can have that vibes. This is for us or not. But when it comes to online, it's just like, ah, this. They don't connect with the things. They don't connect with the products. As what you say, it's true actually. But then when you struggle to come online, but one good thing I will say that you're able to learn like new skills to develop your products and everything in online sources. Because right now everything it is coming online, fingertips. So maybe I will say it's a good, it's a huge thing for Unplug and RAM that is coming in online. Maybe people right now cannot touch and feel your product, but eventually they already heard, okay, Unplug is this. Oh, they're selling this. It will eventually, once this pandemic stop, I think you're better ready with, bodyguards, people come and circle your shops, And another thing also, even though you're going through this pandemic, hardship, but I will say this is a recipe for you all. That you have a partner to call up right now, that's a good thing. And since I
Yeah.
mentioned about collaboration and we have a viewers who have asked a question about it, Muhammad Hazim, do you have any further plans to make a collab with any brands or company, Najmia?
Yeah, definitely. We're always open. The doors is always open, and also that's one major thing about Unplug is that we encourage collaborations with the brands that we host now, even amongst one another, and we're always open to that. So yeah, the door is open.
So whoever watching this YouTube right now, you all can collab with Najmia, the brand Unplugged and Ram. They not hesitate for any collaboration. They are like so happy to collaborate with any of the brands. Hmm. Okay, Najmia, right now in this pandemic also, many of us, doesn't matter students or entrepreneurs or, any kind of person, like they do face extreme stress, lot of things. So do you face any extreme stress scenarios and also how you able to overcome it?
Yeah, of course. I think it's not just during pandemic, but throughout. There's always extreme stress. Um, for me, it helps that I have my sisters. So whenever one of us is going through extreme stress, and when you're under pressure, for some people, they excel. For others, there's a block. And for me, it's like that. So whenever I go through extreme stress, I do need to take a break and clear my mind. And that's where my sister steps in to kind of give me that space, and we do the same thing for one another. So that's been quite a good benefit of working with sisters.
Well, that's really a good thing that you're able to you also have a steps to come out. So I
Yeah,
think like some of us who having like something deal with same like Najmia, you all can take break, don't force yourself, pressure yourself. Probably at this moment things wasn't right. But
yeah.
take self some kind of break, clear your mind,
I
maybe.
I've learned the hard way that you know don't ever make a decision out of pressure and fear, because whenever you make a decision out of fear and pressure, that same outcome, fear will appear in the outcome as well. So you should always make a decision with a clear mind, and a decision that's towards progress and not out of a reaction of fear. So when we're stressed and under pressure, it's definitely crucial to take time and clear your mind.
Well, I have to agree with you, Nashmia. Even like I believe in that in this that don't ever take any decisions either when you're happy or sad, stressed. Don't ever make decisions based on your feelings on that period of moment. Take a break, calm, relax, make a decision when you're so like neutral, okay. I'm gonna do this. Because as you said, some people when they tend to take decisions when they're in extreme stress or pressure or happy, that sometimes at times that results like given them like some kind of negative kind of situations, they feel regret. Oh shit, I shouldn't do this. It
Yeah, yeah,
happens. So dear viewers, as what Najima said, take a break. Let's have Kit Kat, let's have break, something like that. Just take a break, completely will be okay. And we have another comments, another questions from Nick Farzana. Is there any time where it was hard to communicate between your sisters about the business, personal problems affecting how you guys did your job?
yeah. Many many times, but there's many areas and topics we disagree on, but I think we've learned to agree to disagree. And I think in the end of the day, we always remind each other that we're family first. So that's how we operate, is that family comes before business. And it's worked for us in the long run. But
Well,
luckily there's also three of us, so whenever we do get into conflict, there's always one sister that will mediate.
I think that's really is a good thing. You have three sisters. Imagine
Yeah,
like two, you have to like, no one come to
yeah,
rescue at a point.
yeah,
But it
yeah,
actually is true. Like it's normal. It's pretty much a normal thing in when you engage in business. It's either with your blood or with a stranger. It is always give and take. There will be quarrel between it. But it's just that period of point. You don't. One thing I will say that don't ever take it to your heart.
yeah, yeah.
That's what
And
because
also, it's not just with siblings, but starting a business with your future business partner, whether they're a family member or just a friend or someone random, it's like a marriage. So there's a lot of communication there, a lot of trust that is involved. So I think this problem happens with siblings or without siblings.
actually, well, pretty much I have to agree with you in this part because my parents are running a business. So it is like pretty much a commitment, it's a lifetime commitment, as you said, marriage. Yeah, it is like lifetime commitment. You cannot show face at times. You have to like have to take everything in it. You have to like digest without sincerity.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's part of business. We can't expect. Oh, it's like have to be perfect like a robot. No, it is not. That is like human's life and doing dealing with business. Thank you, Nick Fazana, for that kind of question. And also we have Saibal Durash. Najmia, do you think running a business that is focused on sustainability and protecting the environment is less profitable than business that aren't? Hmm.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Definitely less profitable. because the cost is higher. You can't really scale up so fast, and you want to be able to pay all of the people underneath the supply chain fairly. And that's where when we talk about non-sustainable business, there's a lot of cutting of costs. And so where does that cost go? So with fast fashion, a lot of it goes to the actual seamstress. They're paid very, very little, so it's a little bit like you know um, unfair labor in many parts of the world. But a lot of people don't know this, right? So for us, it's very important that even though it's less profitable for us, the what do you call it, equalizing sort of where the profit goes is more important for us. So again, our drive with this business is value based more than it is profit based. There is profit there, not as much as what other businesses doing. And for us, it works well for us. Like, we're happy with that. But again, yeah, like we were always thinking that when businesses only think about profit to the top line, there's always a cut cost somewhere down the line, and you need to check whether that's ethical and fair. And it goes back down to individual values.
Well, actually, that's pretty much true what you said, Najmia, because like every your business is like when you specific kind of things, you sometimes you cannot expect profit a lot as what you really said. But I hope that in the long period of run, you guys can able to achieve what you are really desired because you already achieved. It's just a bit only. Okay, Najmia. So, as usual, dear viewers, Razakians, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe our channel. And also, don't forget to press the bell icon to get more notifications. Najmia, since okay, all right. Najmia, what are some of the brands that you carry on Unplugged? Name few, local and international. You know
Yeah.
that really like that's your most favorite and that you recommend us to buy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of the local brands that we have, I'll start off with the local brands. Definitely Realm. Realm is our first brand that we carry, but also one of my favorites is Tanoti from Sarawak. They work with a community of rural communities, weavers with rattan, making hold on, rattan and other materials. So we promote a lot of their rattan works in Unplug. So it's a very social impact driven brand. So I don't know if you guys have heard of them. We have rattan mats, rattan tote bags that are really, really cute, rattan baskets from them. Another local brand that I really like is Dapo. They are Dapo brand. They promote wooden trays, kitchen trays, and it's coming from a green factory, in the first green factory within Malaysia. So it's for the kitchen, serving trays, cutting boards, really beautiful. They are all PEFC responsible sourced timber trays. So those are some of the two favorites. International brands that I carry that I really love. One is Three Quarters, which is on sale now. They're from Greece. And what they do is they create this beautiful, sustainable, very durable, hardy bags from upcycling awnings from Greece. So they take the dead stock of the awnings and they make them into really durable, stylish bags. Another brand that I also like is Indosol. It's the production is based in Indonesia. They upcycle tires and make them into really great, stylish slippers. So check those out.
You know what? After this live session, I think I'm going to check Unplugged and remember about it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna shop and gonna get broke. I think so. So, Najmia, what is your opinion on like students, like how they can relate to this sustainable lifestyle?
How they can relate, meaning? Sorry.
A sustainable lifestyle. Since like your products is more to eco sustainable, so what will
Mhm.
be your opinion towards students who really want to engage with this kind of sustainable lifestyles?
Yeah, for me, I mean, just on a personal level, just to uh, get educated about your own personal habits, like what could change in your own personal habits that can contribute towards a better path. Whether it's, do you have a lot, do you practice a lot of waste at home? what are things that are unnecessary. I know with like personally, since we're talking about fashion, for example, reassess your wardrobe and your purchasing habit. What's sitting there that's not being worn and wasted, and where is it going after? Do you throw it out? Do you give it away to someone who's in need? So, for me, it's always going back to personal changes. And that's also, when I had a chance to run my own business, these are the questions that me and my sisters went through. Like, what can we do different so that we're headed towards a more positive um, route?
Wow, that's something I learned today. So one thing I like to share what Najmia said is that here is that no, like whenever you're gonna start any kind of business or any kind of lifestyle, you always have to question yourself. Don't just jump into it, because instead you're jumping and then you're getting regret. Maybe you should question, like how Najma and her sisters has questioned themselves before starting, and getting into this kind of lifestyle. It's always worth asking yourself questions, getting answer for it, so that you're on your right track instead
Yeah,
of.
and I think, yeah, I don't think well, taking the sustainable approach is a type of lifestyle. It's just normal values that we should be thinking about. And the problem is not that I can say, oh, this person doesn't have value, and that, not at all. It's just people are not aware the harm that is happening now that's coming out of our lifestyle. But this pandemic has allowed us to slow down, for us to rethink a lot of things.
Well, that is pretty much true at what you said, Like, for example, like vegan, some people they take vegan as like lifestyle. Some they just like, it's just normal, like they accept it. That's what, the differences, like how we are seeing.
Mhm.
I think, Najmia, I think the Razakians loves you a lot. They come up with a lot of questions. So we have Muhammad Shah. Najmia, what was your strategy in the marketing during this new norm? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Strategy. I think we wanted to, with our in store customer base, they're not online shoppers. So we really tried to tap into personalizing email marketing in a way that's not intrusive to them. And we also started doing a lot of uh, kind of like demonstrations on our IG feed, since people are not allowed to, kind of touch and feel, to get more personalized with our customers. And again, it was all about getting our online shop ready. So that was predominantly our main focus.
Well, I think Najmia doesn't like the new strategy, because the way you are. Okay, I get it, like because have like we used to have a one kind of style, but then now we have to come up with a new market, new plan, new strategy that literally frustrating, especially during this pandemic.
Yeah.
But then you guys able to keep up, not giving up, you're like,
Yeah, I think also, I mean, as a business owner, digital marketing, because now that's what we're heavily reliant on, is everyone's online, requires, um, it requires resources. Right now, we're struggling because we need to come up with those resources to really fully go online. So we do what we can, but it's not at a scale that we would love to.
but it's
And
okay. Life
yeah, a
is a
lot of
learning process, right?
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, oh no, going online is cheaper or whatnot. Marketing is accessible, but not really. It does really take resources when you do it. When you do your research, and that's one thing that we came to realize. Like, wow, we definitely need a team for this. We need funds for this.
Oh, well, true. Because majority people think when it comes to online, oh, it's cheaper, but it is not.
No, it's not.
So they thought, no, okay, you can do everything for free, FOC, but actually, no, it is
Hmm.
not. It requires, as what you said, it requires a lot of funds. It requires another new team, because we are not so fully specialized in that skill. So you need someone who are professional to help you to do. Actually, being online is much more frustrating when you're coming to, physical store. I
Yeah,
think that's much more easier. Physical store is much more easier and convenient compared to online. Online is like it's a whole 360 degrees. Like you're going to a new planet where you don't know what you're
yeah.
gonna do. You really literally have to figure it out. But then
And
what
like the online behavior now in Malaysia, it's very, and especially during pandemic, it's very driven by discounts, and that's not something we like to do, right? It's not part of, we want people to really value what they buy, so we can't run constant discounts like that. So it's, that's another challenge for us, because you lose buyers because people are just waiting for discounts.
Because like customers will like, oh, they can give discount, why can't you, like, oh,
Yeah,
that brand can give us, this much of voucher. What, it is not actually pretty much about vouchers, it's like not pretty much of discounts. It is sometimes
exactly.
about the ethics of the person who are doing the business, because
Yeah.
different person have different kind of ethics, how they're going to bring their brand into a whole different concept. But then don't
Mm-hmm.
worry, Nashmia. It's a part of a business life. I
Yeah.
think you sisters are just like, like Wonder Woman. You're just creating, wonders really. So just, keep on pace. I think we have a last question from Asha Devi. Asha Devi Riz Karasri. Sorry for the wrong pronunciations. Najmia, what inspires you to keep going forward?
Mm-hmm. Um, to keep going forward, I guess I do. I definitely have a drive for this business, and yeah, seeing growth in it inspires me, and that's why I keep working towards it. Everything takes time, so as long as you put in the work, good intention, um, something will open up, and I have a lot of faith in it, so that keeps me going forward.
Well, that's like pretty much true what you say, Najmia, because like everyone is struggling, even though before pandemic and after pandemic. But
Yeah.
then but during this pandemic, the struggle is really, really real.
Yeah, I guess, for everyone, you will know when the door is closed that, I can't do this anymore. There's no other way. I've tried everything. So it's time to put an end to it. We have not faced that yet. So until we face that, we're going to keep on going.
But one thing I will say that even though there's one door closed, remember God will open
Exactly.
another door for you.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
I think it's already happened in your life. I'm gonna give that. I think maybe you might realize that when during this pandemic you all struggle and then you all had a chance to collab with another brand.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
like,
And also it's how Unplug was another opening door from us starting with Realm.
yeah, that is true what you say. But dear Razakians, whatever Najmia said, it's also part of students' life as well. So she's saying from business point of view, but then it is also connected to a student's life. So
Mm-hmm.
if one door closed, don't shut down everything. Okay, that's it. My life is done. No, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be miracles waiting for you there, and then the God wants you to explore another door. So just keep on your space and
Yeah.
relax. And the last question for today from one of our Razakians is from Jana. What is the recommended unplugged products that you think we should buy as a
Oh
student?
my goodness. There's too much. I mean, I would tell you everything, but as a student and for something for this time, when you go to my to the website, check out the personal care category. There's so many natural skincare that I think you would love during this time. Just to take care of your skin, to try something that's natural and also very beneficial.
Well, so Najma, so you all are also having like cosmetics, something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'm pretty much loves cosmetic and skincare. Najmia, you're just making me to buy more. I love to. I think I will. All right. Unfortunately, the session has come to an end. Before that, Najmia, what is your advice to this younger generation who inspired you know, to start a living lifestyle and also achieving their dreams and goals? What will be your
Mm-hmm.
advice?
Yeah, my advice would be just to really think about what drives you. Is it money? Is it a certain value or a vision that you have? But what gets you going, waking up and being excited to start the day? Think about your drive and stick to that, as you move forward in life. Make sure that whatever that you do and get into, that you'll always be able to sustain a very strong drive to continue on. And it's something that makes you happy.
Thank you, Najmia. Well, I really agree with you, dear Razakians and the viewers. Whatever you choose to do right now, just it is gonna worth it for the long run. Just go through it. Don't give up. One of the example that we have right now is Najmia and the sisters. They are not, Europeans. They are not from other countries, but they are Malaysian. They are local. They're able to bring a brand which is very hard to push in our country, but then these sisters never give up because their customers is not like varieties. They have like limited, but then they started their business in 2019, right, Nashmia? But then we facing pandemic. They also face the same pandemic, but then still they never give up in them. They never give up their dreams and goals. They're still being there with each other. So what I would like to say to all the viewers over here is that don't give up on your dreams and goals. Okay, right now you feel difficulties. It's okay, it happens. But then in the long run, just keep going on. Just go on. So we are at the end of our session. Thank you very much to Najmia for spending time with us by sharing many insights and beautiful journey. Not to forget to our viewers, especially Razakians, although it is online, you stayed on. You guys are the best and great. And once again, I would love to remind that Unplugged is giving away 10% shopping voucher, and for those who want, can use within a month, which is from 5 August until 5 September 2021. The code is NEXTGEN. So you all can visit this YouTube channel anytime to get the code. And also, stay tuned with us for upcoming series and shows. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you guys always be notified with our upcoming series and shows from my Uniraza. Until then, it's me, Lisa, signing off. Stay home, stay safe, and be positive. Kita jaga kita.